Hi folks, and welcome back to Meaningful Money. Okay, here I am in a field, just another random field, look a bit like a Windows desktop, do you not think? Except it's not very bright today, but never mind, a little bit overcast. Bit of a one-off, or actually it's not really a one-off, it's more a two-off. So this one and next one, talking about the changing face of financial advice in the UK, why and how and things like that. Should be interesting, hopefully. But before we get into that, as ever, my friends down here in the bottom right, that's 7 Investment Management, who continue to sponsor me here on Meaningful Money, for which I'm extremely grateful. Now, at the end of this year, that's at the end of 2012, there is sweeping changes happening in the financial services world, brought about by something called the Retail Distribution Review. Now, I talked about this in detail back in episode 115, so I'll put a link up here so that you can click straight through to that if you want to. But that is changing things massively because of 3 main tenets. One is that the minimum qualification for financial advisors is going up. That's long overdue. I don't think, for my 2 pennies worth, that it's going up high enough. I think it needs to go further, all the way up to chartered, and I think it will do, but that's probably a few years off yet. Secondly, financial advice firms will have to be in better financial shape. That's called capital adequacy. They will need to hold more money in their bank accounts or have access to it in things like credit facilities and things like that, just to be in better shape financially. It's a good thing. And then thirdly is something called advisor charging, the abolition of commission. So from the 1st of January 2013, if you're going to see an advisor, will agree the cost for his or her advice between you, rather than you getting that advice for free because the advisor is getting a kickback from whatever company they arrange your pension or whatever with. So increased qualification, capital adequacy, and the abolition of commission. Massive changes. The biggest change to retail financial advice for 20 years, at least, probably more. Now, this is going to change advice in the UK. It's already changed beyond recognition from 20, 30 years ago. I started my career with the co-op insurance, and I would go and trudge the South Wales valleys, knocking on doors. These were already clients, I wasn't cold calling, collecting what used to be called industrial branch premiums. So collecting insurance, £5 or something every 4 weeks on the door. It's how it always used to be done. Remember the man from the Prue? Well, I was that man, only with the CIS. But that's gone now. Those sort of direct sales forces are no more. And just in the last 18 months or so, 2 massive banks, household names, which I won't name here just in case I get sued, have laid off nearly 2,000 advisors between them, branch-based advisors, because they reckon now it's no longer going to be profitable to give advice in branch to people just walking in, or to be honest, ordinary clients. They say it's not profitable. Of course, everybody's in it to make a profit, so am I. I don't go to work because it's a hobby. I go to earn a living. But if banks and big insurance companies can't make it pay, what's going to happen? Well, financial advisors, IFAs, independent advisors, for small companies like myself, we tend to deal with high net worth, wealthier clients because, they pay us more, investment fees are higher, they are more profitable. But if somebody calls me and just wants to put 50 quid a month away into an ISA, I'm going to have to charge the client probably a year's worth of payments into that ISA to make it work. So it's really not worth them paying me that amount of money. It's not worth me really taking them on unless they're prepared to pay that fee. So these are the people who have always been served by the banks. Now, banks are high volume, high commission models. That's how they've always worked it. So my brother-in-law, who works for a bank, he's targeted to see 25 clients a week. That's it's a lot of people. So you can't have a relationship with people, not a meaningful relationship anyway, over that sort of time scale. It's just too many people in and out the door. But banks have always been on this high volume, get lots of people through the door, high commission way of working, and the Retail Distribution Review is essentially, obviously it's abolishing commission, so that's just not going to work anymore. So if banks and life insurance companies can't make it work for ordinary people, if IFAs like me struggle to be profitable dealing with ordinary people with just ordinary amounts to invest, what's going to happen for the, I don't know, 18% of people, just ordinary people like you and me, who need to do some financial planning, need to invest some money, need to take out some life assurance. What's going to happen to those people? Well, the answer, I believe, is that they are going to turn online. Now, that's partly why I'm doing what I'm doing with this site. It's just getting good information out there, so that people can, if necessary, self-serve. So get the information, learn enough about it here so that then they can say, okay, I need that particular kind of life assurance, and then go on to, I don't know, moneysupermarket.com or whatever and find it. It's not ideal. I'd much rather they saw an advisor, but for many ordinary people, they're not going to be able to afford or want to pay the fees that an advisor will charge. So many people will self-serve and they will turn to the internet to do that. Now, I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing, because there are some fantastic systems coming out to enable people to do that. So, the Retail Distribution Review is changing financial advice in this country. It's sort of the death knell, really, for the old way of doing things, which I'm concerned means that ordinary people will struggle to get decent financial planning advice. They will turn online to do so. And next time, I'm going to look at 3 tools, 2 based here in the UK, 1 is US only at the moment, but just for your interest really and mine, the sorts of things which are being developed and becoming available, which I think are really exciting for the future, and will be, when they sort of mature, much better than the old way of doing things. So thanks for watching, join me next time for that, and I'll see you next time.